In a quiet village, there lived a young boy named Jack. Jack was known for his playful spirit and his love for exploring. He lived with his loving mother. One sunny morning, Jack set off through the village. He saw a weird sight. An old man selling a handful of unusual beans. Jack was curious and approached the old man and asked about the beans. He explained, "These are no ordinary beans, young lad. They have magical powers, and when planted with care, they can lead you to somewhere special." Jack gazed at the beans resting in his palm. Without thinking, he offered the old man his last few coins and took the magic beans. Returning home, Jack showed his mother the beans he had bought. His mother, however, was suspicious. "Oh, Jack, dear," she said, "are you sure this isn't a trick? We should be careful with our money." He convinced his mother that he had a feeling about these beans, and he believed they held something magical. That night, under the moonlight, Jack carefully planted the beans in a small patch of soil near their cottage. He watered them and walked back to his room, eager to see what the morning would bring. As the sun rose, Jack was surprised. The seeds he had planted had grown overnight into a magnificent beanstalk, reaching higher and higher into the sky until it disappeared into the clouds above. Jack knew he had to climb the beanstalk. As Jack went up the beanstalk, the air grew crispier and the sense of magic filled the air. As he reached the top, Jack found himself standing on a floating platform, surrounded by a beautiful landscape above the clouds. The sky sparkled with pink, purple, and gold. Jack walked into the magical world. He first saw beautiful flowers releasing sweet scents of nectar. The bright, colorful butterflies fluttered around him. As he turned his head, beautiful unicorns grazed in the fields of green grass. Fairies danced through the air, leaving trails of sparkling stardust. In the distance, Jack caught sight of a majestic castle perched on top of a hill. As the doors creaked open, Jack welcomed himself inside. There was an eerie silence. Jack explored further, wandering through the rooms. In one chamber, he tripped upon a treasure of wealth. Gold coins and precious gems covered the whole floor. Jack couldn't resist the treasures in front of him. He carefully selected a small pouch of golden coins, promising to use them to help his mother and improve their lives once he returned home. A deep, rumbling voice echoed through the castle. "Who dares to steal from the mighty giant shaking the walls of the castle. Jack realized the owner of the castle had returned. He ran out of the treasure chamber and towards the beanstalk. As Jack went down the beanstalk, he could feel the ground trembling beneath him. The mighty giant has awakened and was in hot pursuit. His booming footsteps grew closer and closer. Jack's heart pounded in his chest as he focused on reaching the ground below. The wind whistled past his ears, and his hair whipped around his face as he went down the beanstalk. Finally, Jack's feet touched the solid ground. He ran towards the small axe he had left by the beanstalk before his climb. Gripping it tightly, he looked upwards, watching as the colossal giant's head appeared from the clouds. The giant's anger was visible, his eyes filled with rage. The giant's voice boomed like thunder, shaking the trees and echoing through the entire village. He knew he had to protect himself and his mother. Jack raised the axe high above his head, ready to confront the fearsome giant. As the giant came near, the young boy swung the axe with all his strength, aiming for the giant's ankle. With a loud thud, the axe buried itself into the giant's flesh, causing him to stumble and roar in pain. The giant's massive hand was reaching for Jack, but Jack's quick reflexes saved him. Jack realized he needed to use his brains and speed to outsmart the giant. He ducked behind trees and weaved through bushes, always staying one step ahead of the angry giant. Suddenly, an idea sparked in Jack's mind. He remembered the tale of how the giant was sensitive to sunlight. Jack looked at the sky, noting the position of the sun, and came up with a plan. Leading the giant towards an opening, Jack went around and made sure the giant remained in the direct path of the sunlight. At the perfect moment, when the giant stood fully exposed to the sunlight, Jack took a deep breath and shouted, "Face the sun, mighty giant. Your reign of terror ends here." As the sunlight bathed the giant's body, he let out a deafening scream of pain. His massive body began to shrink, his strength declining with each second. The once terrifying giant was now reduced to a small shadow of his former self. With a final whimper, the giant crumbled to the ground. Jack had defeated the giant. Thank you for joining me on my calm and cozy channel. Stay calm, stay cozy, and until next time, good night and sweet dreams.